Welcome back to SVSU Red Alert. I'm JJ Bain, joined by SVSU women's volleyball coach Will Stanton. Will, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, JJ.
And you guys are coming off a pretty impressive weekend where you win all 4 matches down in Ohio.
It was a real good weekend for what we needed. Playing the mix of players we've got right now, we're real happy with the result.
Talk first about your match against Bellarmine, because you dropped the first 2 and then come back and win the next 3.
It was an exciting match, and really the whole weekend was a nice mix of different situations, comfortable leads, not easy wins, but good wins, and then we got into a dogfight. The first 2 games, we barely lost by 2, and we were right there with them. And we knew we had a shot. We just had to stick with it long enough, execute just a little bit better, and gave ourselves a chance to do that, and then end up kind of rolling once we got some confidence. And it was a great win, really what the team needed at the end of that weekend.
And again, for you, you get 1 win over a fellow GLIAC school. You get some important wins against some GLVC schools.
Yeah, those regional matchups are so important, especially preseason. You kind of set yourself up for being in a little better position. Bellarmine being a real strong team from last year. So that was an important win for our confidence, but also for the record.
Talk about what you're doing with confidence, because you got a lot of new girls who are competing for this team.
We do. It's an interesting mix of some old girls, juniors, seniors, but also some freshmen and sophomores. And it's a mix of key positions, and even some of the old girls. We've got a senior setter starting for us, but she also hasn't set for 2 or 3 years. So even some of our older kids coming back to positions they haven't played in a while, so they kind of play like freshmen and sophomores for the first couple of weeks, but we're getting good experience, so they're coming along.
How much does it help then to go down and get 4 victories in a weekend to kind of figure out too how this team is going to play together?
It's been what the first 2 weeks have been all about. Our first weekend at Ferris didn't go very well success-wise or record-wise, but we were finding ourselves. By the end of the weekend, we had a much better idea of what we needed to do to be successful. It is such a different team from last year. We only graduated 3 seniors, but really important positions, 4 seniors, but it really changed the makeup of our team. So finding ourselves this season has been pretty important. First weekend, we stumbled a little bit as we were learning, but we used a lot of those lessons. We really buckled down. The Ferris tournament exposed a lot of things that we were able to fix, or at least get better at. So this last weekend, we were able to put a lot of those new things into place, and kind of came together for us.
Who are some of the people that you really need to rely upon this season if you want to have the type of success that SVSU volleyball has become known for?
Well, it's a little bit of everybody is what we're learning. We've got Kelsey Furla back. She was our leading attacker last year before she tore ACL about a couple weeks into the season. So having her back has just been fantastic for her, but also for the program. She's leading us in kills again, having that go-to hitter that just brings a whole new level of confidence to the court. So she's someone we're definitely leaning on early, but off of that confidence and having that hitter, you can bring other players along as well. So that's been nice, seeing some of our young kids. A freshman stepped in this weekend in the Bellarmine match and really put us over the top with them. So we're finding other pieces, and it's not always the same one. So what we're learning is we've got more weapons. We've got more kids we can go to when we need to, and that's what makes a strong team, is you never know where we're going to come from, except for Kelsey Furla. She's always going to come at you, and then we'll fill in other places. So that's what we're still learning, is who we need to rely on. Our 2 setters right now are pretty key for us, because we do have a lot of weapons. Which weapon do we use when? So them making good decisions and learning that setting role at this level, that's been pretty key for us.
What do you have coming up, and what do you need to do to build on the success of this past weekend?
Well, we start the GLIAC conference schedule this coming weekend, and of course the longest trip is first. We get that out of the way. We get to go to the UP Friday and Saturday for Northern Michigan and then Michigan Tech, and those are always tough matches. The travel on top of just the support that those programs have. It's fun places to play, but it's tough places to play. Just fanatical about their volleyball in both places. So getting those matches out of the way after a nice weekend like we had wouldn't be bad. We're learning how to play on the road, so we might as well keep it up. So that's going to kick our season off, and we're going to learn a lot about ourselves. The Michigan Tech match is the last match of last season, our last road match, and we lost to them on the road, and that was a tough loss for us to end the season that way. So there might be a little bit of revenge on some of the girls' minds there. We always play tough, just knockdown, drag-out matches with Northern Michigan, so we're looking forward to that, see how we match up with one of the last year's top teams in the conference. So we're going to kick the season off with a little excitement and hopefully a couple more wins.
Well, good luck as you head up to the UP, and hopefully you can continue this momentum that you built with the win down in Urbana. Coach Stanton, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, JJ.
And when we come back, I'll be rejoined by SVSU football coach Jim Collins. That's next on SVSU Red Alert.